Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, we're doing a self-reliant adventure travel to a remote destination in our 5th gen 4Runner. We're going out to an epic waterfall, and we're also testing out a brand new product. We just got the BougeRV fridge in. It's the Rocky 50. It's a dual zone, so it has a fridge and a freezer combination, or you can turn it into a fridge or just a complete freezer. So we're super excited to test this out. We haven't had a dual zone. We've always had a single zone, so we're gonna grab some nice ice cold treats right now and hit the trail. Alright guys, good morning. What a beautiful location we're in. We are camped right next to a waterfall. We got in a little bit late last night, around 7, so an hour or two before sunset. A couple rough sections coming in, a couple steep angles, but the 4Runner tolerated it perfectly, and this fridge is designed to go on a 40-degree angle without shutting off because it is designed for overlanding. Most fridges will actually shut off before then unless it's designed for that kind of terrain. So it's nice to have that option. I did freeze up some ice, and we do have those ice cream bars in here. It is gonna be a hot day today, so excited to have this dual zone fridge with the freezer and fridge combo. And have frozen ice and that sort of thing is gonna be really nice, but also to keep our food cool in the other compartment. It's just the perfect combination. Let's get started with breakfast though, and I think we're gonna spend our day by this waterfall just swimming and having a good time. So the BougeRV Rocky fridge does have a removable battery pack. This is optional. The battery pack will run for 4 hours for the 50 quart and 5 hours for the 40 quart. You can charge up the battery pack via the AC adapter, which is included, or the cigarette lighter adapter, which is included, or the solar port, which you can see there. It was nice to have the optional battery pack to actually remove the fridge. This did give me better access to it and allow you to take the fridge to, say, the beach or on a boat or just out to make breakfast. I did check the temperature on the fridge and it was lower than what I had it set to by just a couple degrees. It did freeze my ice overnight nicely, and the sides were frosty cold in the morning. Alright, so this is a little more luxurious than we're used to for overlanding, but we took the fridge right down to the water, and here we are making ourselves some drinks. It does have a built-in bottle opener, and making cocktails right by the water, this is something I have not done while overlanding, and I definitely have not brought my fridge down to do it. Eventually, we treated our little guy to some treats. Ice cream right by the river. I think he approves. Alright guys, you're probably wondering why I'm out here and no longer at the river. Well, last night my wife developed some pregnancy-related complications, which required us to pack up the vehicle and just get out of there as soon as possible to make some phone calls to the midwives to make sure that she was okay. We got in at 1 a.m. and everyone's doing fine, so I'll continue the review of the Rocky fridge here in this beautiful area. So the Rocky fridge, let's just talk about the exterior here. It has a stainless steel finish on the exterior, which is fingerprint resistant. It cleans up nicely. I had it in the desert for a week. We actually tested this thing out for a full week prior to this trip. We took this out to the Owahis, and this thing stood up to all the abuse. They call it the Rocky. The Rocky name, Rocky, comes from its durability. So it's supposed to be pretty durable. It can support 660 pounds of pressure on top of it. So it's built pretty rugged. The design on the top here with the lid, you can open it from this side. You can actually pop this lid off and you can change its orientation. So if you wanted to open it from this side, you can do that as well, depending on how you have it in your vehicle or the back of your truck or wherever you're using it. So the lid is reversible. The divider on the inside separates the fridge and the freezer, and the divider is removable. So once you take that divider out, you'll have two temperatures here. One for the freezer, one for the fridge. Once you pop this out, it turns into a single zone automatically. I think there's a magnet in here and a sensor. So once this comes out, it just turns into a single zone. So you can turn it into one big fridge, or you can turn it into one big freezer. When the divider's in, you separate it. The freezer is a little bit bigger than the fridge on the 55 quart here. Maybe I would prefer to have the fridge be a little bit bigger than the freezer, but it works quite well, especially on long trips. If you're gonna be, keeping meat frozen, because meat, doesn't stay good for that long. What I do is actually just load up the freezer with a lot of stuff, and I'll slowly move it over into the fridge as I need it. So it kind of works out good that way. When it was in single zone, we used it as a fridge for a whole week out in the Owyhees. I did notice that the back of the fridge was a little bit cooler than the front, but these were under extreme conditions. It was like 105. It was definitely well over 100 Fahrenheit when we were out in the desert. So this thing kept up quite well. My suggestion with it is actually set the temperature a little bit lower than what you actually want. That way it gives you a bit more of a buffer. If you're going in and out of these 12-volt fridges all the time and hot air is getting in there, 100+ degree air is moving into the fridge, it's gonna struggle to keep up with keeping the stuff cool. But if you set the temperature lower, it just gives you a bit more wiggle room. Am I happy with this fridge? I do like it. We've used it now on 2 trips. It seems to be holding up really well. The BougeRV brand is a little bit more of an affordable brand compared to some of the others. So it's a good entry model fridge that doesn't break the bank. Mind you, the Rocky has gotten a little bit more expensive than their other offerings, but I think it is a better fridge probably than their other offerings. They've put a lot more into it. The exterior is beautiful. It seems pretty rugged, and it has that battery compartment on the front. So with the 55 quart, this battery will run for about 4 hours. I think with the 40 quart, it'll run for 5 hours on the battery power. This was nice. We were able to take it up to the river there, have drinks, have ice cream out of it, and let it run on its battery, and then move it back to the vehicle to continue to charge and to keep it cool and run off the battery bank. I did have it in max mode on the high setting, and it drained my 1,000 watt-hour power bank about 40% overnight. So, it sucks back a bit of power when it's on the max mode and on high, but it does have an eco mode that'll be more efficient. But just with the high temperatures we've been experiencing lately, I decided to put it on the max mode. I wasn't concerned about draining my battery bank because I have a fairly large one and it charges up nice and quick. So I will say I did receive this fridge for free to do a review video. I have used it now on 2 trips. It's held up well, froze ice overnight, kept the ice creams cold. And we did make a lot of food out of this, and we did actually use it for a whole week there in the desert. So if you guys are interested in purchasing this fridge, I did receive a discount code. I'll leave a link in the description below where I believe you get 15 to 20% off if you use that code below to purchase this fridge. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I hope to come with a lot more videos, and I do always appreciate your guys' support. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye now.